Now, in House Party 3, Martin had already been part of a successful TV show named after himself, Martin. So Martin was not in House Party 3. But that didn't stop it from being a great movie. In my opinion, I know I said great, right? That's crazy. It didn't stop it from being a great movie because we got introduced to a lot of other comedians who filled in the gap where Martin left off. A.J. Johnson was in this movie again. He played one of the convicts when Kid and his little cousin went to go, I guess pick up the birthday cake or catering. It was catering. They were looking for catering. And they had the big bald dude and they had A.J. Johnson. And that was a classic scene right there of them just going back and forth, bagging on each other. Chris Tucker was in this movie. Yes, dog. This is right before the time Chris Tucker started getting them $10 million checks. This was maybe right before or right after Friday. Someone help me out. May have been right before, right? Right around the same time, definitely within a year or two of Friday. So we're getting introduced to Chris Tucker. He plays a great role, and my the favorite scene is when he meets up with Immature the group, right? Omarion. They had the Asian kid. And then they had the other dude. I can't even name the names. I think they have flip-flopped members since then. But Omarion was the one that kind of ended up being somebody. Went on to being B2K and all of that, right? But Immature and Chris Tucker's confrontation at the door was a classic scene in this movie. Michael Collier. I don't know. I can never say his name. Michael Collier. There we go. Michael Collier. Very funny stand-up comedian. Legend in the stand-up world. Bro used to be homeless. And from what I understand, he used to make ends meet by doing comedy on the Venice Boardwalk. See, back in the day, the Venice Boardwalk wasn't filled with tents and homeless people shooting up dope like it is now. There was pockets of that. Of course there was. It's Venice. But different time back then. They actually had entertainers. A lot of entertainers, man. And Michael Collier was one of those guys who started in the streets and ended up on the big screen. Definitely a legend. And probably the biggest of them all, and no disrespect to Chris Tucker, no disrespect to A.J. Johnson, no disrespect to Michael Collier, but probably the biggest one in House Party 3 was Bernie Mac.